Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Master Zimtech Guy. So different kind of video today. I just want to talk about my YouTube journey and give you some tips if you're starting out with YouTube. Maybe you're aspiring to be a YouTuber and you want to know how to go about it. Now I'm just going to be narrating my ordeal on how I got to this stage. At the moment, I think I have around 15,000 subscribers, and for many people, they always ask me, how did you get to where you are? First things first, it's not an easy journey. If you decide to become a YouTuber and that's your full-time thing, be prepared to starve, because it's not an a get-rich-quick scheme. You actually need to put in the work. I think the difference between other mediums, for instance, if you're talking about maybe blogs where you're typing things out, and video now, people can easily get bored. So if your videos are boring, people will log out and you won't get your desired outcomes. Now, so if I was to start this YouTube journey again, the first thing that I would look at is niche. Know your niche. If you look at my channel, I would want to call it a hot mess at the moment, because when I started out this journey, I started doing tech. And then I got interested in creating history videos, African history videos, Zimbabwean in particular, history videos. And I got into video editing tutorials. So what has happened is that my channel is like a mixed audience. Now, there are disadvantages to having a mixed audience. What you should know is that some came for history, some came for tutorials, and some came for tech. So what happens is that if I post a video, for instance, if I post a video about video editing, my audience will love video editing, will watch the video. The other part of my audience will not watch that video. So what that signals to the YouTube algorithm is that that's not a good video, whereas it's a good video, but for a particular set of audience. Now, I have this issue that I'm grappling with at the moment. So do I split the channel into like 3 channels, or do what? Because it is having a negative effect on the channel itself. So what you should know is that if you niche down, for instance, if you're talking about, let's say beauty, just stick to beauty, because even if marketers are targeting to advertise and they like your channel, they probably want to advertise on a channel that does only beauty. But now if you do beauty and the next thing you do maybe mechanics, or you do some science stuff, your channel will be very confusing, especially to those who want to market. And that's the way I feel it is with my channel at the moment, which is why if you go on my channel, you see that there are some videos that were very successful and some videos that were not successful. So if you're going to start a YouTube channel, make sure that you niche down. If you have a lot of ideas, ideally what I would advise you to do is just create separate channels. Now, when you have to share your ideas on different platforms, that means you actually need to work harder, because now you have a lot of channels to take care of. But looking back, I think that's what I should have done. I should have created a separate channel for history. I should have created a separate channel for tech. And I should have created a separate channel for video editing tutorials. So lesson number 1. Niche down. It's actually very important for you. Now, if you don't niche down again, that will also affect your channel's RPM. That's a rate per mile. What that means is that if I post, let's say, a video editing tutorial, the rate per mile will go up. But then if I post a video about history, the rate per mile will go down, because history videos, not many marketers would want to put their advertisements on history videos, right? And the sort of people that put adverts, they probably not the high value advertisers that are out there. So bear that in mind. Make sure that you niche down. That's the first lesson that I learned. Now, the second lesson is take your time to make YouTube videos. Now, there's always this tendency when you start on YouTube and you see other YouTubers posting almost daily, and you'd want to maybe keep up with the Joneses. Sometimes your content doesn't actually need you to do that. So what ends up happening is that you end up posting videos that are not well made. Let's say you have followers that followed your channel because of a high quality video you posted, and the next time you post a mediocre video, you end up losing followers. So make sure that you take time on your videos, and make sure that you put in work in your videos, such that even if you post that one video a month, make sure that that one video will actually get a lot more views than you posting daily. For instance, you post daily and you get 100 views, or you post monthly and then get 10,000, 20,000 views. It's actually better to get those views, and besides, people will be engaged in the long run with good quality content, so you're guaranteed success in the end. Now, the other tip that I have for you is that don't rely on the YouTube algorithm. If you do that, you're going to starve. If you go on my channel, most of the traffic that I get on my channel is through search. I don't know, there's just something about the YouTube algorithm. When it wants to favor you, it favors you, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. So in those times that it doesn't, you want to make sure that people are still looking for your content. So my advice would be, talk about subjects that people are searching for. You are guaranteed that your channel will always be relevant. And in the unusual times that the algorithm kicks in, hey, good for you, but don't rely on the YouTube algorithm. So if I'm going to advise you, I'd say take more time working on your title, your description, and your thumbnail. You thank me later. At the end of the day, this is a huge search engine, and even if your content is great but the thumbnail is bad, you are not going to get views. It's something that I'm having to work on myself, because if you look at my channel, if you go on my channel, you see that I have some videos that actually have very bad thumbnails and they did not get views, but I was saying to myself, wow, this is actually very good content. So in the end, if you have a bad thumbnail, a bad title, and a bad description, it doesn't matter how good your content is, people are not going to like it. And my last tip, if you're going to do YouTube, that I learned as well from my channel, just be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. There's this tendency, especially on YouTube, where people will start following what's trending at the moment, and they start trying to do maybe the same styles. What people end up falling in love with is the personality. Make sure that you're in your own skin. Talk about the things you love in the way that you want to say, and you'll be successful on YouTube. So the question that I get asked again is, how do I get my first 1,000 followers? Now, if you follow the points that I highlighted above, make sure that you have a good thumbnail, you actually have a very, very good, well-researched video, then you're on your way. And make sure that you're doing it the right niche. Make sure that you're posting videos that are consistent, targeted at a certain audience. If you're just haphazard, it might take you time. But if you niche in your audience, even if it takes a long time, you're guaranteed that one day you get there. If you want the fast approach to getting 1,000 followers, just go and do reactions. If you do manosphere reactions or controversial subjects, you are guaranteed to get 1,000 followers very quickly, even in a day. But the bigger question now will be, is that the content that you're going to be doing forever? If it is, yeah, then good for you. But if you want maybe to switch on your journey and switch and start posting something else, you might have to start all over again, so to speak. Yes, you have the 1,000 followers, but your content they won't be engaged with because they didn't follow you for that. So these are the lessons that I learned if you're going to start out a YouTube channel in 2023. I hope my tips were helpful. If they were, please give them a thumbs up. If you have any questions regarding this video or any other topic on the channel, leave it down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.